Okay, I'm back with my Project Life page, which will be Remi's page. For that one, I'm going to use the washi tape, the same ones I used with Zoe's. I'm going to use the enamel dots again, and I can use the orange on this because I've got different colors. I'm going to use a strip of one of these. I'm going to use the framelets, the witch, and the pumpkins from the Halloween night set. I have some scrap orange and black, and then I have cut my papers. I chose my Project Life page, and it's number 1, so I've cut a 3x4 in orange, plum, white, and black. Okay, ladies, I cut out my witch and I cut out my pumpkins. I took the faces that go, this is from the Spooky Fun set. I took the faces and I put them on here, and then I attached them to my block so that I can stamp the faces on. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to make sure I don't have ink on my hands. Okay. There we go. I have my faces on my pumpkins. I'm going to put this down here, but I'm going to do some sponging first, and the witch, and also I'm thinking I'm going to do some green and maybe some blue as a background. Let me get that, and then I'll be back. Oh, look at that. See? Oh. Okay, I'm back. That's what I get for trying to rush, because I had the advantage of nobody here today, so I could do some videotaping. All right, I've got my sponge and my old olive, and I'm going to start sponging on some green. And to do this, what I'm doing is I'm starting off and coming in. And I'm going in a circular motion. And then I'm going to come and go across, and as you can see, my sponge is falling apart. I don't want it to, okay, there. And I did it very lightly at first, and now I'm applying more pressure so that I get darker. Okay, I like that. That to me is done. Kind of dark on the edges because you're coming from the edges. Now I'm going to do the same technique, but I'm going to use Dapper Denim, and I've got a lot to cover here, so it's going to take me a while, but I'm going to come in very lightly at first, and then I'll get darker, and I turn my paper. Get rid of the pieces that are coming off the sponge. And the cool thing about this is you get, make sure you keep your paper flat, but you get dark and light areas, which really looks cool on a sky. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to stop there. All right, now I'm going to hold this up and get rid of it because it's got little pieces of sponge all over it, and they have color. All right, now what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to put my little pumpkins down here, and I'm going to put them on with a glue dot because it's just easier to use a glue dot. All right. Okay, so put those on with the glue dot, and I was going to stamp the sponge, the moon from the set, in yellow, but it's not going to show up because I've taken and I think it's too big for the 1-inch punch. Yeah, it's just a little too big for a 1-inch punch. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out some Dazzling Diamonds glitter paper, if I can find some down here. Oh, here we go. And I think what I will do is it's flat, so I can't use that. I'm going to use the moon from here. It's bigger, but that's okay. It'll just be a really big moon. Take this one off. Stick it somewhere so I don't lose it. Now, I've done this before, and it works out, so I'm going to take, and I'm going to stamp my moon on there, and this will give me a nice sparkly moon. And find a punch. I think it's the 1 1/4, but it could be the 1 3/8. That works perfect with it. Yep, it's the 1 3/8. It's just the right size. See, look at that. Isn't that great? Hope you can see that. I didn't even think about the fact that I could be off camera. All right, so I've stamped my moon. All right, put my stuff away before I ruin it. And now I'm going to attach my moon. Okay. I'm going to put my witch on with a glue dot. And I have one card completed for my page. So now I'm ready for the second card. I think I'll use the black. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut this down and put this on there. So I don't know if you've seen this, but if you cut right along this line, you get the perfect size to put, I mean, it makes a perfect strip. So I think I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. Okay, so I cut right along the bottom, and I have my cute little scene all ready to go. I'm going to put this, I put snail on the back of it, and I'm going to stick this down, and then I'll flip it over to make sure it's just a fraction. I tried to cut it the same size, but I may not have, so I'm going to trim it off a little bit because it's got to be able to fit in there. And I think what I'm going to do is in the kit, I have to get that. Hold on. Okay, in the kit, I went and got the No Tricks, Just Treats stamp, and I also got the pumpkin. They have these cutouts. They have cats and they have pumpkins. I'm going to use a pumpkin on this one. And I'm going to take my Memento black ink, try and not get it all over. That's the only disadvantage. I need to go in and clean up around there. That's why it got it on my card, because I set it down wrong. And I'm going to stamp this, and I'm going to put it down here right in the middle, and I'm going to stamp right on top of the pumpkin, which is fine. All right. And then I'm going to put this here. Let me put my snail on the back of it. Make sure it's on there straight so I don't have to take it off. And I'm going to add some enamel dots. Okay. And I think on this I'll add some green and some purple ones and an orange one. And number 2 is done. Okay, I have the cat that I want to use for another one. Punch it out. All right. I think I'm going to put something good to eat on this one. Only because this is Remi's first one. She doesn't have one. She was too little to trick or treat last year, but not this year. And I need my orange, or pumpkin pie. I call it orange because I'm thinking out loud. I'm going to stamp again, make sure this is straight. Okay, there's that. Put that one there. Oh, I'll put washi tape on this one. I haven't used the washi tape yet, so I'll use some strips of washi tape on here. I'll put this black on there. Oh, got a pearl stuck to it. Those little tiny pearls they don't stick to the paper, but they stick to everything else. Okay. All right, again, I'm going to use my grid paper to get it on there straight. Okay. I'm going to wrap this around. Let's use the bats next. I'm not going to use that one. I'll save that one for another one. And again, I got to get my bats on there right. Oops, nope. Give me the striped one that's in that kit. The blacks together didn't look too good. All right. Okay. Wrap that around to the back. You'll cover that up when you put another one on the back. There's that. And now the bats. So where's my bats? Here we go. And I will overlap it just a little. I don't need all that to wrap around, so I'll cut some of it off. Okay. I've got washi tape stuck to me and I can't get it to come off. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I have to fold it in half to get rid of it. Okay, and I'll put that on with some snail. I think I'm going to keep this simple. I don't know what her costume's going to be. I may go back and add some sequins afterwards. I know what Zoe's going to be, but I don't know about Remi. And now to do the orange one, I've got to go cut another piece because I messed this one up. So let me do that. And okay, I did some thinking. I want to use one of these on there, but then I thought it's got to have something else. So I decided I'm going to do some tombstones and some bats. So I grabbed a scrap piece of white that I'm going to stamp the tombstones on. See, that's getting all over everything. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to cut this out and the bats out, and we'll put the last one together. Okay, here's my paper, I went ahead and cut these out and put glue dots on the back. So I can put this down here. I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put a strip here. And I'm going to flip it over and cut it off. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to make my another flagged end like I did the last time. And I'm going to put it there. So I have this page, this one done, and I may add some sequins on this too. It just depends on where it goes in the page. But what I was thinking is I'm not a real fan of the square corners, so I'm going to use my corner rounder. I don't know, for some reason in the Project Life ones, I really prefer the rounded corners. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to round all my corners. And then I'm going to put it in my page. Oh, see, that's what I get for going too fast. I messed that up. I got to trim it now. And that one I'm not going to be able to get in there, so I'll have to play with that and get it to... Yeah, you have to be careful with this, and I'm not. I'm really kind of whipping through here, and I should be a little bit more careful. All right, let me fix those two, put them in my page, and show you the final project. Okay, I played with the layout because first I had it like this, and I didn't like the two stripes together, so I separated it out. But that's what the page will look like, and there's a space for 4 pictures in there of her, and that's probably all I will get. I won't take as many of her. Zoe is really into picture taking. When Remi gets older, that'll be different. But if I need to, if I get more pictures, I can always take a little 6x8 page that also fits in there and do it up for her with the pictures in it. Hope you enjoyed this one.